Most people don't quit because they're bad at this. They quit because they don't realize which phase they're in, and they judge themselves by metrics that honestly don't matter. This is what I see over and over again. Someone starts posting, a few days go by, maybe a week or two, and then they look at their views, they look at their followers, and they think, this isn't working. So they stop. But nothing was supposed to be working yet because you weren't in growth phase. You weren't in scaling phase. You were simply in the doing phase. Phase one isn't about outcomes. It's about inputs. It's about showing up, posting, speaking, getting the reps in. That's the job of phase one. Prove that you can do the thing. If you quit here, it's not because you failed. It's because you expected results from phase one, and phase one isn't even designed to produce results. So remember, the only metric that matters in phase one is doing. And I would say when it comes to personal branding and showing up online, phase one is your first 100 videos. When you focus on views too early, two things happen. One, you make it mean something that it doesn't mean. And two, you stop trusting the process. Analytics are feedback for later phases, not for phase one. And phase two only happens if you stay long enough. And if you can stay and you can have 100 videos that you've posted, this is where the patterns emerge. People respond. Questions start to show up. Now you're not guessing what you should talk about. You're responding. And this is where charging for your coaching services starts to make sense. Confidence doesn't come from the numbers. It comes from staying in the game long enough to see the patterns. Now, phase three, this is where strategy really matters. Systems, offers, traffic, sales. And this phase is powerful, but only if you've earned it. Most people quit because they expect clarity too early, expect traction too soon, and expect validation from a phase that's designed for discipline. And if you don't want to show up publicly without immediate feedback, that's okay, but this path requires patience. There's no shortcut around the doing phase. So if you're in the doing phase, don't quit. Keep posting. Focus on that 100 post mark. Don't track outcomes, track inputs. And if you want support staying in the doing phase long enough for it to work, then join my free school community. You're not behind, you're just early and still doing the work that makes everything else possible. So keep showing up and understand which part of the process, which phase you're actually in.